Hi, we are the cast and crew of Poet on a String, written by Richard Vetere, directed by myself, and we are here at the American Theatre of Actors, ready to rehearse for our rerun.
Woo!
Woo!
Let's go.
Hi, I'm Dustin Pizarro, and I play James A.G. in Poet on a String.
Dustin, how are you feeling about going into this second run of the show?
Feeling good. I'm feeling relaxed with it, in the sense of I with already doing it, already having a sense of general blocking and the lines down. I feel like this time I'm playing a little more with the character. I'm playing a little more with the wording. And I'm finding new meaning behind certain words and new emotions that I feel in certain things. He's a very complex character, and I feel like, the moments talking about his father, the moments talking with Gertrude and Delmore are just sinking home a little more, and to see how it'll go.
How does working with a slightly new cast inform a lot of those choices? You think it's affecting your process going into this? Or?
I think it's very interesting. Being that it's a new cast, I don't get the luxury of playing the same performance again. But within that is a beautiful chaos almost, because of the fact that I get to find new things now. I get to find new things with this new Gertrude. I mean, of course, I have the same Delmore for most of the nights, and then I'll have our lovely assistant director filling in as Delmore for 2 nights, which will be an exquisite delight, because I get to see these new moments through AG's eyes without prejudice from before.
Hi, I'm Jake Minter, and I'm playing Delmore Schwartz in our extended production of Poet on a String.
Hey Jake, you were in a very interesting position in the show here, having your lovely wife as both the director and now acting alongside her, which you did first time around. So curious to know what your thoughts are about that, how it changes your approach going into this rehearsal process.
Sweet. I don't think it fully changes my approach, but we do get that added layer of we both know each other very intimately and well, so there's an extra layer of chemistry coming in there.
Yeah.
And we both know how each other's, like how we both work, how we both word things, how we want to convey certain things, so that honestly makes it easier. The harder moments is obviously saying the terrible things to your spouse, but I think we both always support each other, so I think we can shepherd each other through that pretty easily.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Beebe. I'm the assistant director for Poet on a String. I'm also the light, sound, and projection op, and I'm also understudying for the role of Delmore.
Awesome. So you really do it all. Could you tell us a little bit about how it's been this round from a sort of crew/creative perspective, and also now a cast member perspective?
I feel like in a way it's kind of put me, from an acting point of view, I think it's put me at a kind of a bit of an advantage here, just having worked so extensively on it before. All the script work that we did, all of the rehearsal work we did here in the room. I was present for pretty much all of that. And then, being exposed to seeing the show every single night for the entirety of the run, I think it's given me a leg up in terms of the characters and what all of them are trying to do and what they're looking for, fighting for, the overall idea of the script itself. So I think it's actually helped in a lot of ways. I think moving forward now, it's just going to be the balancing act of balancing the technical aspects of the show with now having to find this character that I...
Hi, I'm Amber Brooks, and I am the director of Poet on a String, and I'm also playing Gertrude.
So Amber, this time around, it's a practically brand new team here. How do you feel? How is this changing your approach going into this run?
I think it's always exciting to have to adapt. It is going to be definitely very different actor-wise. I don't know how different it's going to feel directing-wise, because I did direct both of the cast beforehand. So that I feel comfortable with, because I sort of know all the actor styles, and I'm starting to understand a lot more how people prefer to take notes or adjustments, and how I can make sure that it's like a seamless process for everybody in that regard. But as an actor, it's going to be very different, because I am this time acting alongside my actual husband, playing husband and wife, so that brings like a whole new layer to it. I have acted with both Dustin and Jake before, but never in such an intimate play where it really is just the three of us, and because we all know each other so well in real life, it's really interesting because we're going to see how much of ourselves we bring to it and how much of these other people we bring into it, and where we can, you know, marry the but I really like that, because I think it gives us an element of naturalism, I guess, an element of like real life behavior that we can thread into the story, since we're playing people that were real life people as well. So it's kind of feels a little bit meta in a sense, but I'm looking forward to the intimacy of it all, and I'm just looking forward to being able to tell the story through a different lens.
That's